Yo, we are back with another episode of Run the Ropes Media Podcast, and we are off, I would say, a decent Monday Night Raw, especially how it started. Now, in general, we don't get a lot of title changes on Monday Night Raw, but to get the one that we got yesterday, I feel like it was last minute, number one, and number two, I feel like it was needed. And reason why I say it was needed because it's just funny that last year we was talking about how the tag titles was rarely defended when the Judgment Day had it. Right? Tag titles barely defended. But ever since they lost it, honestly, like nothing happened ever since they lost them, bro. Real talk. Who did they lose them to? Was it the War Raiders? Was it War Raiders that beat them? Okay, so if it was the War Raiders that beat them, then it was the New Day, and now it's back to. So literally, out of all that, nothing has really happened with them tag titles. One thing I can say is, granted, I don't feel like they are booked how I will book them. Judgment Day is still buzzing, bro. Like they're still buzzing to the point where one, they get in the gold put on them, and it's always like, now Dom got the title. Now they threw in Roxanne. It's kind of like they're not staying stagnant. They're moving around. They're getting new members. They're losing some members, but they still holding. They're interesting, to say the least. More interesting than a New Day. Because what I text you yesterday, I guess the Big E thing is over with. You know what I'm saying? War Raiders, what were they doing? So, and I'm a huge fan of Finn Balor too. I don't think Finn Balor gets the just dues that he deserves. I feel like he's not booked correctly as far as just having him, in a tag team division. Should he be a world champion? I think he should. But Finn Balor with gold, I'm not mad at that, bro.
The New Day heel turn had such potential. It really did. I mean, it started off pretty strong with that whole Big E segment. They pushed him, they kicked him out of the group, and then it just went nowhere. I mean, we're talking back in January. We really thought Big E was going to come out in the Royal Rumble. They were going to do something because
nothing happened, bro.
And now that their reign is over as tag champs, it was kind of like, well, what the point? What was the point of that segment? It was very strange. You know what I mean? I mean, they barely had that many defenses, even still, and the matches and story. I mean, there was no story ever since the Big E, that big segment, right? That build up. That was a great segment. We were even talking about it, I think, for like a couple videos after that, how good that was. And it just, again, it's almost like the Wyatt Six, bro. Think about it. It's like that thing was culminating to something big, and then it just panned out to absolutely nothing.
And not to go on a tangent, and maybe we need to say this for another video. Why you feel like these things are happening? Like, wrestling is good, bro, but it don't feel the same. And I feel like I haven't really grasped why it doesn't feel the same. Maybe the PLE match cards that definitely is, it to me, is one of them. Two, I just feel like, and maybe, again, we can touch on this a little bit deeper. I feel like the schedule, because it's not as strict, it's not as hard on the body as it used to be. We don't see our favorites every day. Like, again, bro, we ain't seen Roman Reigns since WrestleMania. We see Cody Rhodes get a match here and there. Most of our favorites talk on the microphone now, bro. It's almost like they try to preserve them for big moments, for big matches. Whereas you will have The Rock on Monday Night Raw, Friday Night SmackDown, Thursday Night SmackDown, may pop up at Sunday Night Heat, still do the PLE pay-per-view. Now, it just seems like we get trinklets of our favorites now, bro. And it ain't nothing wrong, but even back then with the big rosters, I feel like you still got a taste of everybody. From your low card all the way up to your high talent. Like, we go weeks without a world heavyweight champion on Raw being defended.
Or if any.
If any. We had a weekend of champions, but the PLE was night of champions. 2 matches that had titles on the line. So it just don't seem like wrestling no more, bro. It just I don't know what to call it.
I can't pinpoint it, but I think the schedule has a lot to do with it. And I also think that you made a great point, right? You just said that we used to see The Rock on SmackDown, on Raw. I think the draft has officially killed the like anticipation, right? I really do, because when you
That's
think about
definitely a video right there, bro. Real talk,
but
especially with the
seriously,
draft coming, soon. Like I think so too. With the
it's
brand split.
and listen, I mean, it's almost like, you can have your cake and eat it too, right? But like,
Mhm.
we want, obviously, as far as the wrestlers, that schedule back in the day was insane. But when it just comes to pure product, it was a lot better.
Yeah.
You can't argue it as far as seeing different superstars on a different show every single week. We don't get it. We don't even get the same superstars that are supposed to be on their brand every single
Mhm.
week. You know
Facts.
what I'm saying? So I
Facts.
think that also has a part to do in, maybe that's why they kill certain storylines, or they don't build a whole bunch behind certain guys, because maybe they ain't gonna be there every week. So why are we gonna utilize the
See,
resources and put all of our effort into them when we're not gonna get a payoff every week?
that's another thing that it could be, bro. Just the storyline. Just as far as just like in-depth like rivalries. The only it's almost like WWE is just putting all their money on CM Punk, his feuds, Roman Reigns, Bloodline, and they feuds. You get
Yeah,
what I'm saying, bro? It's just
yeah,
like that's what all the attention is, and everything else. We'll just make it fit how it fits.
it's
We'll just make
true.
it fit how it fit, you know?
But what's funny is those are still the most popular guys. It's like it's a weird time to be
It,
in.
it's weird, bro.
You know?
It's so weird. And again, this is not like a complaint or a rant. It just something just don't feel right.
Yeah, I
And just from watching wrestling for so long, bro. And to be happy, like, man, one of your favorites, Triple H, is taking over. But then again, them being bought out, that could be another thing too. You know what I'm saying? It's maybe it's just TV is just being driven in a different direction as far as like what they trying to, the audience that they trying to reach, man. But again, y'all over there running ropes. We gonna run y'all from turnbuckle to turnbuckle. But we gonna get y'all right back here in the center of the ring. Also on Monday Night Raw, we had Rhea Ripley and EO Sky, and they basing this feud off of the fact that Rhea Ripley has never beaten EO Sky. So now they plan on having a match at the women's exclusive pay-per-view Evolution. And I mean, how you feel about that, bro? Do you feel like Rhea gonna go ahead and take the championship again? I just feel like it's just Rhea time, bro. Like, I thought she was hot last year, but just seeing like even just the international buzz and just overall how just she's looked in the WWE, it's hard for them not to put the belt on her. Almost like kind of like Prime Charlotte, bro. Just like the belt needs to be on her.
Yeah, I mean, it 100% makes sense, right? I mean, Liv Morgan is out with an injury. Who's the two biggest female superstars? Rhea Ripley and Liv Morgan. I mean, you have Bianca Belair, but she's over on SmackDown, right? So I think it obviously just makes sense. How they did it was, I'm going to be honest, was a little weird, because
Why you say that?
you just don't normally ever have the champion just being like, yeah, I want to face this person. I just from maybe like knowing wrestling, right? And just
Mhm.
like how normally stuff is done is you have the champion out there first, and then you have the challenger come out.
Yeah.
It was a little odd. I just think it's just like a shoe-in, right? Everybody knows if this match is gonna take place, it's at Evolution. It's gonna be the
Mhm.
biggest women's card of the year. Obviously, it's an all women's card. And I think obviously Rhea has to go over. I think if Rhea doesn't go over, I don't know what the heck they're doing anymore. Because we even talked about it. I don't think Io should have taken the belt off of her before WrestleMania to begin with.
Mhm.
So I don't know. I mean, it's going to be a great match, but I'm just saying, as far as things have been going on so far with that, again, after WrestleMania, what really has Io Sky done as the champion? You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? It's just these little things that just keep building up with
Mm-hmm.
these stories, bro. I think now Rhea takes the belt. She is such a massive superstar, bro. You talk about just
Yep.
superstar.
Yep.
And as we know, not to say anything, about that, but it is a cultural thing, right? In Saudi Arabia, I was shocked the pop she got there. She can go anywhere in the world and she can get the biggest reaction.
That's what sold me on her, bro. Real talk. Real talk. I'm like, if she can get a pop like that, bro, over there, and again, it's like we're not gonna act blind to like what we read and what we see and what we hear. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of people are worried about the women's Royal Rumble over there. Like, truth be
Yeah.
told, like that's wow. Like, I won't be surprised if they do the women's Royal Rumble like a week early or something, bro. Just being honest, but Rhea Ripley, like you said, bro, she got that Stone Cold Steve Austin 1990s, buzz on her, bro. Like
Yep.
Rhea Ripley is mad over it. And again, as the face of she's the face of the women's division right now in the WWE. So
Yep.
that they gotta put that belt on her, bro. Now, leading to what other potential feuds we can get, I feel like we're gonna have to wait to see what happens after SummerSlam. Because as of right now, I'm about tired of the feuds that we have had in the, you know what I'm saying, with the women's locker room. It's time to jumble things up. Let's move some pieces over here. Let's move some pieces back over here. You know what I'm saying? So we can get some different, some fresh matches. I'm surprised that they put Alexa Bliss over there. Like we haven't really seen a lot of Rhea and Alexa, but now she's over there on SmackDown. So again, hopefully we get some mix up, some matchups, and we can get some good, some fresh feuds, some uh Rhea Ripley versus Stephanie Valkyria. Something, you know what I'm saying, bro? Something new, something fresh. I'm tired of the Rhea and the Judgment Days, the Rhea and the EOs, the Rhea and the Biancas, and like all that. I'm ready to see something fresh, man. So that's that. Also, coming out of the women's division, we called it. We got brand new women's tag champs in Raquel and Roxanne.
Mm-hmm.
And according to Adam Pearce and my man Nick, they're gonna have a match at Evolutions, and they're gonna go against a team on Raw versus a team on SmackDown and versus a team on NXT for those women tag team champions.
Yeah, based off of obviously SmackDown was pre-recorded based off of some of the stuff that came out of there.
Mm-hmm.
And that's not really even like a spoiler because it's already been, hinted at week and week and week, right? The interactions between Charlotte and Alexa.
Oh
They're
yeah,
apparently going to be, a full-on
yeah.
team now. So if they're a team, you talk about star power, I don't see how in the world if they're going to be in that match if they don't take those tag titles right away. You know what I'm saying? Because it kind of would also play into the whole Liv thing that she's hurt, right? So
Mm-hmm.
they lose the belts without Liv. They can kind of play onto that when Liv gets back. But you know what though, too, man, Roxanne has definitely impressed me on the main roster. Just to touch on that real quick, because I did see a lot of things that like, oh man, she wins her first belt, she just gets it handed to her. She didn't even do nothing for it, but she's been putting on
They've been
great
putting in
matches
work, bro,
on the main roster. You know what
all
I'm saying?
year
Yeah,
since January, since the Royal Rumble.
yeah,
Like she's been at every big PLE since January. Royal Rumble, Elimination Chamber,
yep,
doing work at NXT and main roster. Like y'all tripping on that one. If
I
anybody
agree.
deserved that title, she do. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying? Julia just got there. She already a champion.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man. Roxanne been putting in work ever since they threw the women's title on her when Mandy Rose once they let go Mandy Rose. They put that rocket on the back of Roxanne, and it took her some time.
Mm.
Sometimes I feel like it takes a change of character for people to really find who they are, bro. Because sometimes when you have those face and they turn heel, the heel version of them sometimes go over way more than the face version. And I feel like she found herself or found her character when they turned her heel. And ever since then, bro, she's been taking off.
I think she fits in perfect with the Judgment Day. Just
100%.
even just her aesthetic, right? I think she just matches and pairs up incredibly well. One more thing on the whole women's thing too. They did announce for Evolution that they're going to be having this big battle royal, and then the
Oh
winner
yeah,
of that will get a championship match. I don't know. Did they announce when
the
that champ
Paris,
was?
Paris.
That's what it was. Yep, you're right. Clash at the Castle or Clash in
Mm-hmm.
Paris or whatever. Yeah, yeah. Okay, yeah. So I mean, we'll have to see who wins that one. That could go either way, right? I mean, I don't even know. You, do we have 30 women that's going to be able to fill a battle royal? I
Did
mean,
they say?
I guess if they take a bunch of talent from NXT, they can.
Did they say
But
it
is
was gonna be 30 or is it gonna be 20?
you think about a battle royal, man? I mean, the guy got to do it big on the Evolution pay per view.
Yeah, well, I mean, they snatching NXT women for the tag match. I'm sure they're gonna have some
They
because
got to.
if I'm not mistaken, the NXT Women's Championship is being defended there.
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah,
They just released a poster too today. They have a bunch of NXT people on there, so.
So nah, they're gonna get busy. They're gonna get busy.
But that'll be interesting to see who they. I'm telling you, man. Honestly, they should use that battle royal, especially since it's on the Evolution PLE, to rocket shit somebody from NXT. Like,
Mm,
really, that's just how I view it, right? Like, you utilize that as like a again, like we talked about
catapult.
the whole Money in the Bank thing,
Yeah,
like used to be to introduce new up and coming talent, whatever, bro. You know who should win? Honestly, who's been killing it down in NXT?
I know Sol Ruka. That's what you gonna
Oh,
say. Yep.
Ruka. Yep.
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 Yeah, nah. So Ruka been putting in that work, bro. And like you said, if it's somebody that they need to push up from NXT, it probably would be her. That that kind of get that low key random dub. I could
Yeah.
see them giving it to her. What else from Raw caught your attention, bro?
I mean, the big one, right? I mean, at the end, I think. I think people are kind of brushing off the whole Gunther and Punk interaction too, a little bit too quickly. I think that could go somewhere, but again, it based off of our predictions for the whole Saturday night's main event. He
Mm-hmm.
doesn't necessarily fit right in.
Yeah.
But you had that whole interaction, right? CM Punk comes out. Seth Rollins got into it with Gunther on the microphone, obviously teasing, right? His first tease was with John Cena
Mm-hmm.
back in at Night of Champions. Comes out this time for the I think it's the first time, right? He came out to kind of tease the whole thing with
Yeah.
Gunther. And I mean, we were just bashing the whole Naomi thing, right, for this, but granted, they did it right on Monday Night Raw, not to get into that dilemma. But yeah, I mean, CM Punk comes out, starts beating the heck out of Seth Rollins again. Again, these guys are going to be feuding until the pits of
I know. This
empty
is what they
darkness.
putting all their money into, bro. They putting all their
Yeah.
money in this feud right here, bro, to
Yep.
feed them for some years, man. Because these guys been fighting for a long time.
Forever. And then you had Punk push Gunther flat on his bottom too. My man looked weak sauce after that push, bro. Laying there looking up at the lights. But I think that's definitely a teaser for something. It's got to be, right?
It gotta be, bro. My thing is only way that's a tease for something is if Saturday night main event Gunther walks out with that belt. It will make sense now.
Or
Uh-oh.
as we predicted, the way I see it when I saw that whole little squirmish is Goldberg takes the title.
Mm-hmm.
Seth indeed does cash in,
And then you
has
still
the
got.
belt, and now you have Punk versus Seth for the World Heavyweight Championship.
But what does that do with Gunther though? I still feel like if he loses and Seth,
Gunther's been at the top for a while, bro.
they
Gunther
still
could
gonna throw
go.
him in that match, bro. They still gonna throw him in that match. At least for it's too good for right. Like you
Jay didn't get a rematch.
not yet.
Roman hasn't had a rematch.
He ain't showed up
But I'm
to
just
get
saying,
the
why does
rematch.
Gunther have to get a rematch? He already got his rematch against Jay. So why does he have that? He's just constantly going to be into this title picture for the
They
rest
gonna
of his
put him in there,
career?
bro. They gonna
Nah.
bro.
Let that man be the IC title holder again and have a record-breaking more day reign. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, watch this. If we see Seth Rollins and CM Punk at SummerSlam, Gunther is gonna be in that mix, bro. They're gonna make that a triple threat, bro.
But there's no reason for it. Because the way I just marked it up, what a SummerSlam main event!
It is,
Seth Rollins
bro.
versus Punk for the title.
That would
That's
be
the main event of night one.
Bro, you know, bro, that's so good that it's not gonna happen now, bro. Bro, truth be told, they can push this all the way to Mania, bro. I swear they can, bro. I swear if they add Gunther in it, bam, SummerSlam is over. Now we got Survivor Series. It's gonna be some kind of War Games. Then Punk wins Royal Rumble. Then we get Punk versus. That's how I can see it, bro. This was Seth Rollins and CM Punk was supposed to be a main event match at WrestleMania. They gonna hold this feud and last it all the way to WrestleMania, bro. I can't see them two going at it this soon for their title.
SummerSlam is the second biggest PLE of the year, though.
It is. It is. It is, bro.
You know, and listen, I'm not here to bash Gunther. I've already done that in the past. I think, listen, but what did I say the last time, right? I think he has started to won me over as a bad guy, right? That whole Jimmy Uso segment brought it to new light for me. I started to get behind Gunther as a heel. The only reason that man won the title back from Jay is because they had a little bit of history between him and Goldberg.
Mm-hmm.
There was no reason if Goldberg's coming back for his retirement match. It's in Atlanta. Guess what? I don't know how many other PLEs are going to be in Atlanta. Of course he was going to be there for his retirement match. He said he had one more, and it had to happen this year.
Yeah.
So
we knew it was going to happen. And that's why they took the bit off Jay. Like, what was the storyline to do for Jay versus... Like, you know what, bro? They better off just having Gunther beat Goldberg and then just having... We are not going to get Seth Rollins and CM Punk until WrestleMania, bro. That is WrestleMania written. I will be shocked.
And I agree with you. It is WrestleMania, but we just had them in a match at WrestleMania. Granted, it involved the one and only tribal chief.
And how many tribal chiefs and Cody Rhodes we got in 2 years back to back, bro? Brock Lesnar versus Roman Reigns, 2 years back to back Manias.
But if it happens at SummerSlam, you're saying no way it happens at Mania? I still think it can. I think this could be a feud back and forth, bro. We can finally start getting back to those great rivalries where the title flips back and forth. How many times has John Cena had a good rivalry? Has Triple H had a good rivalry where the title bounces back and forth? Him and Batista wrestled for like 3 years straight together.
I ain't mad at, but guess what though, bro? That's old school wrestling that we said is not the same no more, bro. We ain't getting. It will be great, bro. It would be great if this was old wrestling. Yes, because we seen these, bro. It's like they flip. When was the last time we've seen the World Heavyweight Championship and the Undisputed Championship be defended on the same night?
WrestleMania. But well, no, it wasn't WrestleMania. It wasn't because it was night one, night two. You're right.
Exactly, bro. They too money driven, bro. Too money driven. Like, yeah, I would love that. I would love to have that match at SummerSlam and that match at WrestleMania. But in today's wrestling, maybe when Vince was in charge, because look, we had Brock Lesnar and Roman at SummerSlam. We had Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
I just feel like they passed that, bro. I feel like this is a money match. We got to say this one for Mania. Other than just give the people what we want.
And I think that's the wrong way to look at it, and we'll leave it at this. I mean, they need to call me because that's the perfect SummerSlam night one main event.
Is.
But
actually, night two, bro. It's that big that it could be night two worthy, bro.
Well, you already know if Cena still has the belt, he's taking
100%.
it. Or you know what I'm saying? Well, it is. Yeah, it's Cena Cody for the belt. So we already know that's night two main event. But I think maybe even this has to do with the booking as well, bro. Like maybe the people behind the scenes writing all this stuff, we're all getting a little spoiled right now. You know what I'm saying? Like we don't have many years left with CM Punk.
Well, and you forgetting
We
this,
can't
bro.
be extending everything years and years and years, bro. Like
That's true,
man.
but also, so okay, so look, so you mean to tell me night one wrestle if we get CM Punk and Seth Rollins at SummerSlam, it will not be in a single match. Because guess what? You forgetting about him? He's gonna be back. And he still got history. So I can see them doing a triple threat for the title on the line. Like if Seth Rollins beats, cashes in and goes into SummerSlam, it won't be that one-on-one. They're gonna throw Roman Reigns in that match. Because they not bringing Roman to be the opener. Roman definitely gonna close it out, and he gonna have to close it out night one. Because, like you said, Cody and Cena got night two. So we forgetting the big dog. I just can't see him giving us that singles match just yet.
Let's hope it happens. Let's just hope it happens. The last thing we should talk about that happened to, I'll keep going on that for days, but the biggest news probably out of Monday Night Raw. Who is El Grande Americano? Huh? My man Chad Gable's off the shelf, and we see this mysterious man walking around backstage. I think everybody who has eyes can put two and two together. I'll let you go ahead and obviously give your guess.
Hey man, that's Louis, bro.
Yeah.
And the crazy thing is, they showed him last week, like backstage. Like you get like they kind of show like a backstage clip of him, and then somebody's like, "Up, Louis is back on TV." Because I want to say it was kind of rumored that he might have been gone.
Yeah.
Hey, they probably was like, "Look, man, we ain't got nothing for you," and he was just like, "All right." And then they called him back. Hey, man, Chad Gable is out. We're gonna put the. Hey, bro said, "Sign me up." You know what I'm saying? Hey, sometimes you gotta take those roles that you may or may not want to. It's keeping a job on, bro. But like, I don't know how I look at it. Do you look at that like as a downgrade? I mean, he's getting TV time now. He not side by side with the world heavyweight champion. So it's not like he's getting that exposure like he once was, being with Gunther. So
yeah, I don't look at it as a downgrade because Chad Gable, you talk about it like an all-star year. Chad Gable, bro, between the two characters, right? We all know it's freaking he El Grande Americano. The guy's been in like every PLE.
Mm-hmm. He been working his
Matches
butt
on
off.
Raw. I mean, that guy is just a worker's worker. So if the payoff is something big between those two at the end of it, I'm down for it, right? Because then you're giving Ludwig something to do in the meantime. He can fill in the shoes for Chad while he's out injured, so on and so forth. I think it's a great play. If it doesn't really turn into anything, I would look at it as like, man, like Ludwig doesn't need to fill in the shoes of somebody else because he's good enough to be a single star on his own, if you get what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But again, we're gonna have to wait and see. I do think it was funny though that he's just kind of mulling around backstage with the mask. I'm like, no way, bro. When I first saw that, it's like, man.
I mean, hey, definitely speedy recovery for Chad Gable, like you said, bro. That man, he worked his butt off this year, bro. I think like Money in the Bank, he had worked the AAA event. I mean, what was that? Worlds Collide, and then he did the ladder match. Like, bro, definitely been putting in that work, man. And I feel like he gonna get the Liv Morgan treatment when he come back, bro. Because you remember how you said you was just like, bro, Liv Morgan worked so hard that she deserved them dubs. You know what I'm saying? Like that hard work. Like I feel like Chad Gable, once he comes back from injury, like they definitely gonna do right by him, bro. He definitely deserved it.
100%. Now let me just end this little topic with one question. Now, knowing what's going on, and granted, obviously it's unforeseen circumstances because he just got hurt. But do you think the ultimate goal at WrestleMania was for him to be unmasked by Rey Mysterio? Do we still think that was probably going to be the ultimate plan at the end of the day? Because you got to remember, Rey got hurt.
Mass match or something?
No, it was just going to be a regular match.
I think that's probably how they would have like unmasked him. Yeah, that probably was in the. I can
I
see
don't
that
think it
being.
was a character that was supposed to go on
No,
for
I
this
don't think it was
long.
supposed to make it this long, bro.
Yeah.
I don't. But the
Yep.
fans liked it though too. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Sometimes it's just like you got to go with what's working. And shoot, he was more popular doing that than doing the stuff with American Made.
Yep.
So yeah, like he probably that he was making some moves with the El what is it, El Grande Americano? Like he was
Yep.
he was making moves with it, bro. So yeah, man, speedy recovery for my boy Chad.
Other than that, I mean, nothing really too major happened on Monday Night Raw. Other than that, you did get the match between Seth and LA Knight announced for Saturday night's main event. There is another match that came out of last night, but it was a pre-recorded, so we'll touch on that around Friday night SmackDown, which I'll be interested to talk to you about it. Why they even made the match, considering the man in the match has been out for a little bit of time as well. So,
Oh yeah. I'm cool. So yeah, we definitely going to talk about that.
Yeah, so other than that, man, let us know down below in the comment section what you guys thought of Monday Night Raw. All the little things we talked about. How do you guys see Evolution playing out? How do you guys see the whole thing with Seth Rollins and the briefcase? Do you think? Yeah. I still think that should be the match. I won't get back
I would
into
love,
it though.
bro. I would
Man,
love that
that's
match,
got to
bro.
be the match. It's got to be.
I would love that match, bro. But we in different times and under different ownership, bro.
Yeah, we are.
And it
We are.
just, I feel like they focus is not on our focus.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
I agree. So, like the video, subscribe to the channel, share the content. Other than that, man, you got anything else?
That's it, bro. Take us home.
All right. You got your boy Dylan.
You got your boy Break.
And we're out.
Peace.
Peace.